Virginia and Lisa, thank you so much. That was one of my very favorite descriptions of my book I've ever heard. So thank you so much. And thanks to my fellow readers. Evenings like this, I'm reminded of one of the main reasons I love living in Oregon is the writers we have and also the readers and the community members. It's a place like none other. So Virginia mentioned the pink wall. I'm gonna read a short scene that takes place at the border between the United States and Canada. One of the characters is an aspiring mathematician and marine biologist who is 15 years old and pregnant and does not want to remain pregnant. And she has tried to get into Canada to have a termination. And she's also known in the book at times as her character is known as the daughter. You can't say it was rape or incest. Nobody cares how it got into you. The daughter watches the white-haired white woman and her husband pass through the border check. A middle-aged white couple breezes through after them. A younger black guy, less of a breeze. They ask him extra questions, which he answers in a flat, irritated voice. But he, too, finally heads back out to the bus. "Would you come with me, please?" says an officer with frizzy blonde curls. "Where?" says the daughter. "Just come with me. My bus is leaving in a minute. You need to come with me." "But what if I miss my bus?" The officer crosses her arms. "Do we have a problem here?" "No, ma'am," says the daughter. She follows the officer into a tiny room with a brown table, brown chairs, and no windows. The officer says, "Can you tell me the real reason for your visit?" "Going to see a friend in Vancouver." "I said the real reason." The door is closed. Nobody knows the daughter is here. "That is the real reason, ma'am," she says. "We see a lot of girls like you trying to cross. Problem is, Canada has an official agreement with the United States. We've agreed to stop you from breaking your country's laws in our country." "But I'm not breaking anything," says the daughter. "The nice thing about pregnancy tests, results in 1 minute." "I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am." "If an unaccompanied minor registers a positive result on a first response rapid result pregnancy test and cannot verify a legitimate personal or professional purpose in a Canadian province, she shall be taken into custody and returned to U.S. law enforcement officials." "But I can verify my purpose," says the daughter. "I'm visiting my friend." She opens her satchel and pulls out the email. The officer glances at it. "Seriously?" she says, hands the page back. The daughter presses her thighs together. "This is what's going to happen," says the officer. "I'm going to give you a cup, and you're going to go down the hall to the bathroom and urinate in the cup." "You can't randomly drug test me. That's illegal." "Nice try," says the officer. The daughter decides to look this woman in the eye. "I can pay you." "For what?" says the officer. "For letting me get back on the bus." "Do you mean a bribe?" "No, just..." Her mouth is quivering. "Ma'am, please?" "Hey, you know who loves being called ma'am?" "Who?" says the daughter. "Nobody," says the officer. "I have $100, says the daughter. She can sleep in the bus station and eat when she's back in Oregon. "Keep it, eh?" The officer takes a plastic-wrapped cup from her jacket pocket and plunks it on the brown table. "Ready to pee, or do you need water?" "Water," says the daughter, because it means delay. Blonde Frizzy comes back without any water, followed by a man officer, blue-eyed and in charge. He smiles at the daughter. "I'll take it from here, Alice." "But I was," says the officer. "Why don't you go on your lunch?" The subordinate officer does a long blink at the daughter, wrinkles her mouth. "You bet," and leaves. "How are you today, Miss Quarles?" says the guy, propping one black boot on a chair. His crotch is at eye level. She shrugs, too scared to be polite. "So you're visiting the True North for pleasure? For fun?" She nods. "You know, we may be nice up here, but we still don't enjoy being lied to." "I'm not lying," says the daughter. "Your face is very expressive," he says. "It betrays a lot." Fear pricks up along her arms, across her chest. "Some folks," he says, "have unreadable faces. They're the tough ones, you know, the ones you second guess yourself with. Not you." But he lifts up the propped boot, bangs it down onto the floor. "I'm not going to arrest you." "You're not?" "I've got 2 daughters about your age. Let's say I've got a soft spot." Wow, thank you," says the daughter. "You'll need to go back where you came from, though. Next bus south gets here in 3.5 hours. I will personally ensure that you're on it." A soft gray hole in her throat. "Your photo and driver's license," says the guy, "will be distributed to every Border Patrol office in Canada, so don't even think about trying to cross again." You can't tell from looking. Scarves, big sweaters, but her stomach is thicker and harder. Soon it will be too late.